I would absolutely entertain the idea of coming out of retirement and fighting again. You know, I look at the landscape now and the guys that are competing, and some of those guys are familiar faces. You know, Tito and Chuck are getting ready to get after it again here at the end of this month, and I've fought both of those guys. To be frank, I'm not sure I can sit by and listen to Tito for very long, even as a commentator, if he should find a way to beat Chuck at the end of the month. That would be enough right there to bring me out and put the gloves back on, just to have to listen to his antics in the ring. Absolutely, the toughest fight I've been in to date was with Pedro Hizo. The first time that I fought him it was a 5-round brawl, back and forth. You know, thought I had him finished in the first round and basically punched myself out, got my ass kicked in the second round, and came back in the third and fourth, only to have him come back in the fifth. And it was a very tough fight. I didn't walk right for about 3 weeks after that fight. I think the one fighter that I really wanted to meet when I was still actively fighting was Vanderlei Silva. He was the one guy that kind of stirred up a lot of interest in me competing against, and so I was kind of disappointed that I never got the chance to do that. So he's still active. There's always the possibility.
If you could redo everything, what would you do different?
As far as my fight career, I don't know that there's anything that I would do different. I've learned a lot in the fights that I've lost and had some amazing wins throughout my career. I think sometimes losing, you learn more about yourself and more about your style and your fighting than you do in a lot of the wins. And so I don't think there's anything that I would change about my fight career if I had a chance to do it over.
If you were not an MMA fighter, what would you have liked to have done?
Well, I went to school to be a teacher and a coach, and was actually working as a Division I wrestling coach when fighting kind of knocked on my door. And I would imagine that I would still be doing that right now had I not pursued fighting as a career.
What do you think about fighters who use steroids or body enhancement drugs?
Unfortunately, I think steroids are a part of all sports from the Olympic level on down. People are always looking for a way to take a shortcut, to get to the finish line faster without having to do as much work. And I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. I don't care how much they test. There's always new stuff coming out and loopholes and ways around everything, and people are inventive. They find ways to get over. And unfortunately, it's part of our society. It's part of who we are as humans to do that. And so, you know, I don't agree with it necessarily. I think that we get a little too carried away with a lot of it too. Like anything else in our society, we you know, more is better, and I don't know that that's always the case. So, yeah. I think they're going to keep making examples of these guys that they do catch, and hopefully somewhere down the line people will get the notion that it's just not something we need.